Welcome, Sagittarius, to the Five Players Tarot. This is Sam coming to you with your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus reading. These videos aren't dated, so whenever it comes up in your feed, that's when you're supposed to meant to hear the message. Okay, so here we're going to start with this first oracle card to see what messages we have for the Sagittarian collective this week. First card, emergence. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. Okay, the biggest vibe here that I'm getting with this card, and it's crazy because the previous reading, I believe it was for Aquarius, and they were giving me the colors on the cards. This orange is the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra, or sacral, whatever, sacral chakra, is located beneath the belly button and around the reproductive systems. This is about passion and creativity. When this chakra is not balanced, or the energy is not flowing freely, there's low libido, right? There's not a want for intimacy. Here, when they're telling you to look at a reality with a childlike innocence or attitude, they're telling you not to worry, because this worry is causing your sex life to be non-existent, to be dry. There's nothing going on here for some of you because the worry, the thoughts, there's too much thinking, there's too much going on here in this collective. It's actually giving me a headache. There's just too much going on here, right? Just like this card, you have these very strong orange and yellow hues, and then it spins off into a little bit of red, and then a lighter color, and then the purple, and then the indigo. It's like too much going on in your life right now, Sagittarius. And you need to slow your roll, okay? Worrying about something just steals your peace. It doesn't do anything other, it doesn't change the outcome. It just steals your peace. So you have to take it a little slow. Just slow a little bit down. Give yourself some pause. Give yourself some grace as well. I mean, life is hectic enough. It doesn't have to be more hectic in your brain. You can control that. You may not control all of the other external forces around you, but you can control the way you're thinking, how much you're thinking, and approaching with a childlike innocence. Children don't worry, right? Children just go and play. All they're concerned about is playing, having something good to eat, and having the love of their family. So perhaps focusing on that love of your family is going to assist you in slowing down a bit, not getting so worked up in your head. And here we have, talking about getting worked up in your head, automatic negative thoughts. You are learning to take charge of the thoughts you choose to give life to. And this is what they were just telling you. Take charge of those thoughts. You have control over your thoughts. No more overthinking, no more worrying, because that's just stealing your peace and ruining your love life at the same time. Because if there's nothing going on in the bedroom, which is super important in a relationship, it's time to reassess. All right, next set of oracle cards. Some of you are going through health issues, mental health issues, physical issues. Oh, they're showing me some of you or someone specific in this collective going through like GI issues. Change is coming. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Everyone in every zodiac sign is going through a change. There's so much change happening in the universe, in the skies. Everyone's going through a change. So perhaps maybe that's what you're worried about, because things are changing around you, and you feel like you've lost your sense of control. But we have to remember something. We don't control shit except ourselves, right? We cannot control people, situations. We can only control the way we think, the way we respond, the way we react. So the change that's coming is making you feel unsettled. This childlike innocence may help you if you approach this situation with a childlike innocence. Because if you stop worrying and stop overthinking and stop resisting, because some of you are resisting this change, it's going to feel better for you. And remember, feeling is all that's important. Vibration, that frequency you're giving out. If you're giving out that frequency of worry, you're going to attract more of that. All right. Play. Sagittarius, it's time to play. Go on a date night with your spouse or your partner. Go take yourself out on a date night. Listen, if you don't have a relationship, if you don't have a partner, that's all good. You could go out to eat by yourself. You could go to the movies by yourself. You could go to the beach by yourself. You could take walks by yourself. There's a lot you can do by yourself. So what they're telling you is it's time to slow down. It's time to be so serious and take things to heart, because this is too confusing. There's too much going around, and the worry is just going to debilitate those relationships that you have fostered and worked so hard for. Okay, so definitely taking some time out for yourself to regroup, to recharge, perhaps meditating, having a spa day. If you can't afford a spa day, then do it yourself at home. Put on some nice candles, some soft lighting, take a bath with flowers and perfume and milk and honey. This is a recipe they're giving you spiritually, so I'd be writing this down. Bath with perfume, flowers, milk, and honey. Relax yourself. So let's go ahead and start dropping the tarot, thanking Source Creator, the universe, the archangels, to send the master spirit guides and ancestors, guiding this medium to guide you. Remember, these readings are general. If you want a private reading, the email is in the description. Reach out to me through the email. Remember, I will never reach out to you first, so be careful with scammers. I will not reach out to anyone unless they reach out to me first, okay? So here we go. Ooh. For those of you not in romantic situations, a romantic situation is going to show up and present itself to you. Oh, definitely. The Two of Cups. Nice. The Page of Wands, bringing in some illumination and creativity and passion. And here we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is the energy they don't want you to live in. This is the energy that's going to ruin your relationships because you're living in lack. Okay? Let's start living more in gratitude. Even though we don't have what we want, what we need, we have to thank the universe, God, whatever you call it, for what we do have, right? And because it could always be worse. And, you know, someone said to me, oh, your positivity is so toxic. I don't know how the fuck that works out, that positivity is toxic, but I have to tell you, somebody always has it worse. So you cannot live in lack, Sagittarius. It is detrimental to you. And then we have the Moon card. Some secret, something unknown to you will be revealed. Something that needs to come to the light will be revealed. This is the confusion. This is the confusion. Too many thoughts, too much thinking, perhaps too much emotion, because these are cups. The card reads, make a choice. Stop procrastinating or over-analyzing. Remember the overthinking? Stop over-analyzing. Get clarity on what you desire and move forward. Too many options. Some of you may be struggling with addictions, whether it's food or social media or substance abuse. There's an addiction here. The Dreamer. This is the card of the Fool. The Fool card is the start of a new journey. It's the card of Aquarius. It's a new adventure coming in, taking a leap of faith. And in love, an ultimate connection. So no coincidence, is diagonally across from the Two of Cups. There's a love connection, taking a new path. And then we have the Page of Swords. So because thinking is so difficult, see, this sword is stuck in the rock, right? It has been impaled in that rock, and it's difficult to take out. Remember the story of King Arthur and the sword? The thoughts, you're like stuck on one thought, and you have to let go of that thought. This isn't going to budge, then you have to budge. You have control over you. You don't have control of how this was impaled in the rock, how the pressure and the intensity of both forces holding that sword inside. Oh, the sword was called Excalibur. You need to let go of a thought that is harming you. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you, there is the reason you're living in lack is because money is lacking, or you're worried about the way money is moving and flowing through your hands quicker than water. But this is the card of someone who's well off and luxurious and financially independent. So whatever your worry is, for those of you that are worried about money, about the lack of it, or about how quickly it's going, stop worrying, because all you're doing is blocking this abundance. And then we have, boom, that's what I was waiting for. The Four of Swords. That meditation, that relaxation, that just chilling out a little bit, because you're too high strung, you're too intense, you're working hard. You need to chill out a little bit. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some time for yourself. That spa day, that extra long walk, perhaps joining a class, a yoga, Pilates, something that's going to allow your 7 chakras to flow. And then we have the King of Swords, the card of Gemini. This guy here in this card, he looks bored, right? He looks bored. And for some, exhausted. Exhaustion is the energy that I'm getting. And here we have the Ace of Cups. Again, back to the relationship, back to what's coming in. A beautiful new emotional experience, a romantic relationship or a deep friendship, awakening of psychic abilities, of spiritual insights, a love letter, a new home. So some of you might be moving. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Again, money. Look at this. Coins, coins, coins. Lack, prosperity, and then patiently waiting for that money to roll in. Patiently waiting for the moves you've made and the hard work you've done to show fruit. Then renewal. New life. If you can stop this negative thinking, if you can stop all this craziness in your head right now and take that time to meditate, take that risk of accepting you don't have control over situations, only what you think, what you do, this renewal will come in. Because the sleepless nights, the worry is not helping you. And then here we go. You'll be finding out something soon. Something quick is coming in. Could be that secret that's coming out there. And then you're going to be walking emotionally away from the situation, whatever it is. And then here's a Chariot. This is also moving homes, right? This is also leaving home. This is a decision as well. And some of you purchasing a new vehicle. And then here we go. 5 of Cups. You know, you're living like in a duality. Okay? There's a duality here. You're so stuck on what is lost or what's being lost that you can't see the blessings you have. Living in gratitude is super important for you, Sagittarius, to continue to manifest what you've always desired. All right? Don't be afraid. Just realize that you're the only one that's in control of your thoughts and how you react to things. You're the one. You like feeling confused and feeling all foggy in the brain because you can't get a thought straight. You're losing sleep because you're worrying. Then you have to be the one to change it. And I wish you luck with that. I know you can do it. If anybody can do it, it's going to be a Sag. Godspeed.